Welcome to the English first paper for class 7 brought to you by Faridpur Virtual School. Dear student, how are you? I think you are very well by the grace of Almighty Creator, and I am also well. The student, first I introduce to you myself. My name is Madhav Chandra Das, Assistant Headmaster, Ishan Girls High School, in front of DC office, Faridpur. Dear student, listen to me and try to understand today's topic. Today's topic is voice change. Dear student, today's topic is voice change. Class 8 to 10 English second paper part 1. The student, after we have studied this lesson, we will be able to define voice, identify the classification of voice, change voice from active to passive, assertive, interrogative, imperative sentence, and exceptions. The student, let us start today's topic, today's class, voice change. Firstly, we know what is voice. Voice is the way of expressing verbs which describes whether the subject does the work or it has been done by the subject. Again, I describe the definition. Voice is the way of expressing verb. Expressing verb. You know verb. What is verb? Which describes whether the subject does the work or it has been done by the subject. Now, we know what types of voice. Voice is two types. Voice is two types. Active voice, passive voice. What is active? The sentence in which the subject does the work by himself. Again, the sentence in which the subject does the work by himself actively is that sentence, the verb has an active voice. Sentence structure of active voice: subject plus verb plus object. Example, I write articles. I write articles. I subject, write verb, article, object. Now, we know what is passive voice. The sentence in which the subject does not the work by himself. Again, the sentence in which the subject does not do the work by himself actively, rather the object's work is done by the subject, is that sentence, the verb has passive voice. The sentence in which the subject does not do by himself. Here, object work is done by the subject. Okay, dear student? Here, object work is done by the subject. Sentence structure: object plus be verb plus verb's past participle plus preposition by plus subject. Example, articles are written by me. Articles are written by me. Okay, dear student. Now, we know rules of voice change, active to passive in assertive sentence. Okay. Rules of voice change active to passive in assertive sentence. This is a fundamental rules of voice change. Fundamental rules. Active voice subject is changed to passive voice object. Active voice as object is changed to passive voice as subject. See, main verb's past participle is used. Main verb's past participle means verb number 3 is used and auxiliary verb be verb is chosen according to subject and tense. Example, I write poems. Active poems according to tense are. I write poems is present indefinite tense. Verb past participle write, wrote, written. Verb 3 preposition by, subject I, me. Okay, dear student, I think you understand my today's topic. Now we know change auxiliary verb according to the tense. Now we know auxiliary verb according to the tense. Present indefinite tense, am is are. Present continuous tense, am is are plus been. Present perfect tense, have oblique has plus been. Past indefinite tense was were. Past continuous tense was oblique were being. Perfect had been. Future shall oblique will plus be. Future continuous tense shall oblique will plus be plus being. Future perfect tense shall oblique will have plus been. Dear students, you know model auxiliaries. Shall, will, should, would, can, could, may, might, have to, has to, had to, need to, going to, ought to, etc. Model auxiliaries plus used be verb. I think it is very important for voice change. You understand the change auxiliary verb according to the tense. Changing auxiliary verb. Another model. This is another model. Present indefinite tense, am is are plus verb 3. Present continuous tense, am is are plus being plus verb 3. Present perfect tense, have, has plus been plus verb 3. Past indefinite tense, was, were plus verb 3. Past continuous tense, was, were, being plus verb 3. Past perfect tense, had plus been plus verb 3. Future indefinite tense, shall oblique will plus be plus verb 3. Future perfect tense, will, shall plus have plus been plus verb 3. Modal verb will, shall, would, should, must, ought, can, could, may, might. Modal verb plus be plus verb 3. Infinitive 2 plus verb 1. To be plus verb 3. We, he, she, they are changing to me, us, him, her, them. Dear student, please note that sentence. Of only 8 tenses out of total 12 tenses are eligible for change of voice. Okay, dear students, I think you understand the changing auxiliary verb. I request you to share my class so that more students can take part in my class. And also request you, please screenshot your mobile or laptop these rules. This rules is very important for you and main rules of voice sense. And I think from my slide, it is very important slide. Now we learn changing subject into object. I, me, we, us, you, she, her, he, him, they, them. Any name, no sense. Dear student, subject is subject, any name, there is no change. Now we learn structure, sentence structure and example. Present indefinite tense, object subject, am is are, verb past participle plus by plus subject object. Example, she praises me, active. Here me is object, change to subject, I. She praises me. Praises is a present indefinite tense. Auxiliary verb am is are. Subject I. Here auxiliary verb is perfect. Am. Praise verb past participle praised. Preposition by. Subject she changed to object her. Okay, dear student, I think you understand the rules clearly. Past indefinite tense, object subject was where, verb past participle plus by plus subject object. Example, she praised me. Praised, active. I was praised by her. Me, subject sense, me object sense to subject I. Past indefinite tense, here was is the perfect auxiliary verb. Praised, verb 3 or verb past participle, preposition by, she changed to object her. Future indefinite tense, object subject, shall will be will be plus verb past participle plus by plus object subject object. Example, she will praise me. I shall be praised by her. Present continuous tense. Example, she is praising me. I am being praised by her. Okay, dear student, I think you understand my topics. Understand voice change. It's very easy, not tense, no tension about voice change. She was praising me. This past continuous tense. Subject object I, auxiliary verb was being, verb 3 praised, preposition by, subject she changed to her. Okay, dear student, future continuous tense. Example, she will be praising me. Me changed to subject I, auxiliary verb shall be being, verb 3 praised, preposition by, she, her. Okay. Present perfect tense. Example, she has praised him. He has been praised by her. Past perfect tense. Example, she had praised me. I had been praised by her. Future perfect tense. She will, example, she will have praised me. I, auxiliary verb shall have been, praised verb 3, preposition by, she, her. Okay, dear student. Rule 3. In case of voice sense modal auxiliary, added be, modal auxiliary be. Example, you must write the poem. Active. Object the poem change to subject the poem. The poem is noun. So there is no change. Dear student, noun, subject, object, no change. Must, modal auxiliary, must be. Write, verb past participle written, preposition by, you change to you, no change. She may help you, active. She may help you, may is a modal auxiliary. Object you change to subject you, may be, help, part 3 help, preposition by, she changed to her. We ought to obey our parent, ought to is modal auxiliary, our parent is a noun, our parent no change, ought to be, of a verb third past participle বা verb 3 of a preposition by we change I object. We object us. We are going to organize a party. A party is a noun. There is no sense. Is going to be organized by. Now we learn voice change in imperative sentence. We learn voice change in imperative sentence. Passive structure. We follow the screen. Passive structure. Let plus object subject plus be plus verb past participle. Example, write the letter active. Passive, let plus object the article be verb 3 written. Write, wrote, written. Which sentence starts do not? Then passive structure is. Dear student, be careful and follow the scheme carefully. Which sentence starts do not? Which sentence starts do not? Let not structure, passive structure is let not plus object subject plus be plus verb past participle. Example, do not write the article. Let not object the article according to passive structure be write past participle written. The student, another rule, which sentence start let personal let plus personal object such as me, us, him, her, you, them, then. Passive structure is let plus object subject plus be plus verb past participle plus personal object. Now we learn example. Let me write the article active. Let the article, just will follow the screen carefully. Let the article here, the article is object. Let the article according to passive structure be, have to be, write past participle written, preposition by, me object, me. Another rule, which sentence starts never? Which sentence starts never? Then passive voice structure is let not plus object subject plus either be plus verb past participle. Example, never deceive anyone. Let not object anyone, either be deceived. Another rule, if the sentence starts main verb plus personal object such as me, us, him, her, you, them, then passive structure is let plus direct object plus be plus verb past participle plus for plus personal object. The student, example, give me a pencil. Here two objects, me is object and another object a pencil. Here the passive voice is let a pencil be given. Give is a verb, past participle given for me. Follow the passive structure for, then object me. Okay, dear student, I think you understand today's topic, voice change active to passive. Now we learn rule 5, interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence is changed to assertive sentence plus change assertive sentence is taken to passive from is changed passive voices auxiliary verb is put at the starting of sentence plus object plus subject plus by plus subject objects plus note of interrogation done according to tense. you written the article? This is active voice. You have written the article. Here it is assertive sentence. The article has been written by you. Passive of assertive. Has the article been written by you? Passive of the main sentence. Okay, dear student, it is very critical. No. Follow the example carefully. Have you written the article? It is active. You have written article? Passive. Sorry, assertive. Now you change the assertive sentence to interrogative sentence and then change to voice. I think it is easy to you. Okay, dear student. Next rule. By whom? Instead of a who plus auxiliary verb according to tense and person plus object subject plus sometimes be, being, been. Where be, where being, where been is used according to tense plus verb past participle. Now we'll learn example. Who is writing the poem? Active. Who changes to by whom? Is then object the poem according to structure of passive form being verb 3. Write, wrote, written and interrogation mark. Now dear student, we learn another rule. Who instead of whom? Who instead of a whom plus auxiliary verb according to tense and person plus verb past participle plus by plus subject subject plus interrogation mark. Example. Whom did you recommended? Whom changes to who. Did is a past indefinite tense, then changes to according to auxiliary verb was. Recommended, verb 3 recommended, by you, subject here you, object you. Okay dear student, now we learn rule 6. What plus auxiliary verb according to tense and person plus verbs past participle plus by plus subject object plus interrogation mark done according to tense. Example. What is he doing? Active. What is being done by him? Passive. What the active sentence having structure like this: subject plus verb plus object plus present participle is changed into passive in the following way: object subject auxiliary verb according to tense and person, verbs past participle, the part having present participle plus by plus subject object. I saw him performing the dance. Active. He was seen performing the dance by me. Double object. The student. Rule 7. Passive voice structure in case of active voice having double object. Any one of two objects is taken as the subject. Changing the personal object is better. Plus verbs past participle plus auxiliary verb according to tense and person. The other object plus by plus active voices subject is written as the object. Dear student, example, I gave her a dress. Active. She was given a dress by me. Passive. Personal object. She, past indefinite tense, gave according to subject and tense. What is the perfect auxiliary verb? Give, gave, given is the verb past participle or verb 3. A dress, another object is here and preposition by, then subject I change to me. Okay, dear students. Rule 8. Passive voice structure in case of active voice having reflexive object. Do you know reflexive object? Yes. Myself, yourself, themself, himself is a reflexive object. Same subject of the active voice is passive form. Same subject. There is subject no sense. Dear student, be careful about the rule. Same subject of the active voice in passive form. Here, no change. Subject, object, object, subject. Plus auxiliary verb according to tense and person. Auxiliary verb according to tense and person. Plus verbs past participle. Plus by. Plus the replacive object. Example. He mocked himself. There is no sense. Past indefinite tense. Himself is a reflexive object. Himself. Here himself is a reflexive object. He subject, same subject of the active voice in passive form. There is no change. What is perfect auxiliary verb according to tense and subject. Mocked verb past participle. Preposition by, himself replacive object. Okay, dear student, clear the rule. Rule number 5. Passive voice structure. Passive voice structure in case of active voice having factitive object. Factitive object. Complementary object. Note, if a sentence has a transitive verb like call, make, name, nominate, elect, select, etc., but it still cannot express a full meaning and an extra object is used to have the full meaning, this extra object is called factitive object, complementary object. Him, her, me, us, you, them, etc. are taken to active form and used as subject plus auxiliary verb according to tense and person, verbs past participle plus factitive object plus by plus subjects object. Okay, dear students. Example, they made me a moderator. They made me a moderator, active. Me object change to subject I according to tense. Here they made is a past indefinite tense. What is the perfect auxiliary verb? Made. Verb 3 is made a moderator. Another object here. Preposition by, they, them. Okay, dear student, I think you understand the rule. Now, I gave you homework for today's lesson. This is your homework. And must write this homework your notebook or khata. When you will go to your real classroom, you show or submit your subject teacher and your subject teacher will check it. Dear student, we are passing a pandemic situation. To overcome this situation, we will do we must wash our hands, we wear face masks, we follow the rules of health. For your betterment, you will attend my next class. Dear student, for your betterment, you will attend my next class. Now, the students, next to Idul Adha, today's class is my last class before Idul Adha. So, advance Eid Mubarak. Thank you, dear students. See you again. Goodbye.